Hello, this is the Real Kitchen for Real People, and today I'm going to feature my grandma's famous and delicious gingerbread. When we were smaller during this time of the year, when it started getting cold, she would always have gingerbread cooking, and it's just the smell of it and the aroma in your house while it's cooking is just awesome. It gets you ready for the holiday season, and it just a recipe that makes you smile, and it brings back a lot of memories when I'm fixing it. So uh, we're gonna that's what we're gonna feature today, and I hope you try it. And if you do, subscribe and comment below that you enjoy the recipe. And I hope it brings some memories to your family, your children and grandchildren. You get them together and make it. This was one of my first recipes that I learned to make in the kitchen. And so it brings back a lot of memories of my grandmother and my mom. They were kitchen lovers. They loved to cook, and they loved to cook good food. So, with that being said, we're going to get started. And in this bowl, I've already mixed um, together my ginger, which is 1 teaspoon of ginger, my flour, 1 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and a half teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to mix this all up and set it aside. Just stir it with a fork, mix, kind of blend it together with a fork, and then set it aside. Mix it together well. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Okay, you get a different bowl, and what you're going to add in this bowl is 1 beaten egg, and also your sugar, molasses, butter, until it's all mixed together, and then your water. So you'll have 1 beaten egg, a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of molasses, 5 tablespoons of butter melted, 2/3 of cold water. So that's what I'm going to mix in this bowl. Okay, of course, while you are preparing your gingerbread, you want to turn your oven on 350. And this is the molasses that I've selected to use, basically because it says mild flavor. And some people don't like that real strong flavor of molasses, and some do. So it doesn't matter which one you choose uh, for this recipe. You can use whatever you like, but I like to use the mild flavor. You know, back in the day, they didn't have no choice. You just got molasses. So I'm going to try this mild flavor today. Okay, now I got all my ingredients in this bowl. I'm mixing it together. Like I said, this is your molasses mixture, which includes your molasses, of course, and your sugar, and your egg, beaten egg, and then your melted butter. You have 5 tablespoons of melted butter, and then your cold water. So I'm mixing all of that up in this separate bowl, and then we're going to add it to our flour mixture in a minute. So make sure this is mixed up good, and your uh, molasses is mixed in here real good before you pour it into your flour mixture. Now this is just such an awesome recipe, and it's something you could kind of start as a tradition if you want with your children. It's a smell that you'll never forget, and I just think it's awesome. And every season you get to the holiday season, it just gets you in the mood for baking. And also, I'll be sharing with you in other videos preparing for Thanksgiving, and I will be showing you my spin on a combined cornbread dressing of my mother's and my mother-in-law's, which is great. So stay tuned for that, and that wonderful blue ribbon German chocolate cake. Okay, that's all coming up pretty soon, so you have to subscribe so that way you won't miss it when it comes up. Okay, I'm going to pour this into my flour mixture and blend it. Okay, now that I've mixed it, this is how it looks. Your texture should look like that. Kind of look like chocolate, but it's not. It's gingerbread batter. Okay, and in the meantime, I've, to grease your pans, I've greased this pan. It's my bread loaf pan, but I use them for banana nut bread and, of course, gingerbread. So I've greased it, and I'm going to lightly flour it, and then I'll pour the batter in. Okay, here's the pan. Okay, and I'm going to pour my batter in this pan. Pour your batter in there half full. That way you won't overdo it, because you don't want it to spill all over your oven. So I always fill my pans of batter like halfway. Now this one will make, you can use your loaf pans, or if you want, you can use one of the square pans, 9x9 or whatever that square pan size is. But I always use my loaf pan because it just comes out pretty. I'm going to put a little bit more in there because I'm not quite half yet. Okay, I think that's about half. And some people use a square pan because they like to cut it out. And you put it in the oven and let it cook for about 45 minutes. But check it at 30 minutes. Go in there and check it at 30 minutes. It just depends on your oven. So 30 to 45 minutes. And then after it's done, you let it cool for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. And like I said, this is a recipe that is probably back in the 1920s. This is how old this recipe is. And it's just a great holiday recipe. Now that's your batter in the fancy where it's like it's halfway filled up with batter. So I'm going to put it in the oven and let it cook for 30 to 45 minutes, and I'll get back with you. Okay, after 35-45 minutes, I was able to take mine out of the oven because when I touched it, it bounced back up. Or you can check it with a toothpick. You check and make sure nothing sticks to it. That means it's done. So I've taken it out of my pan, and this is what it looks like. It is delicious. See how soft it is? And it is so tasty. And you can have it with a cup of coffee. Put a little cinnamon in your coffee, and it's delicious. Now, I don't have any whipped cream available or ice cream available, so I'll just eat it plain. It's just so good, I can just eat it like this. It doesn't bother me. Have it with coffee. Like I said, it is awesome with coffee, and add a little cinnamon to your coffee in the morning and have that. It is so good, and it just stimulates memories. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you plan it in your kitchen and plant memories. And if you like it, thumbs up and comment below how you plan to use it for your family traditional memories. And be sure to subscribe for the upcoming German chocolate cake and cornbread dressing. So, you guys have a good day. Be blessed and love, love.